I have 11 baby carriers. Let's compare them all. The only reason I have so many is because I was gifted the majority of them. This video isn't sponsored though. These are all just like my honest reviews and opinions. I don't want to keep all of these baby carriers, so this is also a giveaway video. If you're watching this video and you want a baby carrier, follow my YouTube and my Instagram and comment below which baby carrier you would like, and I will choose at least one winner. I don't know, I'll leave this open for a couple of weeks then I'll announce a winner on my stories. First up is the Solly Baby Wrap. This one is really popular and well known. They have a ton of different styles, multiple different fabrics. This is like one of their super lightweight ones. I think it's called Pepper. Very pretty little pattern. As far as I can tell, these retail from $74 to $84, and they're good for babies from 8 to 25 pounds. I'm also going to show you the basic wraps. You just like find the middle tag, which all of these wrap carriers have. You put that at your middle, and then you cross the ends in the back like this and bring them up over your shoulders. And then you're going to stuff them through the front here. Pull the end all the way through. This one is 16.5 feet. I think all of their wraps are the same length, so it's quite long. And then you want to crisscross them over in the front underneath your initial belly strap. And then you can tie it in the back, or you can loop it back around to the front. So I'm gonna put Zimri in this. He's getting a little bit big. All right, Zim. So you go to where you're crisscrossed here. You take the inside cross, this one, and you put their leg through that one first, right at the knee. And then you take their other leg and put it through the other cross strap that you made. And then you're gonna spread the strap all the way from one knee across to the other one, right? And across their back. And the same with this side, all the way from knee to knee. Boop. There you go. And they're already like somewhat secure. Then you wanna take your first band that went around your belly and just pull it up over their feet and up over their backs like that, and that kind of holds them extra safe and secure. So this is the wrap that I'm going to try with all of the wrap carriers. I only have 3. So he's still pretty happy in this. I actually don't know how much he weighs right now. The Solly wrap is not actually super elastic. It's got some sideways stretch, but it's not like elastic in all directions, if that makes sense. I feel like this one is the most lightweight, which is nice when you live in a hot place. I also feel like it is very secure. It doesn't have too much stretch. And because of the fabric, I think this is a tensile modal. It doesn't like slip on itself very much, so it seems to stay in place really nicely. They have quite a lot of patterns. They're not all my favorite patterns. I'll show you one next that has some like top tier patterns. Yeah, he likes this one. And when you want babies to sleep, you could rest his head and you just kind of pull one, oh there he goes, pull one side over. And then you can also pull this shoulder down like that to give him some like breathing room. He's not into it. Okay, let's try the next one. Thanks, Zimri. Next up, this wrap is from Hope and Plum. I absolutely love this company. It's quite a small biz, woman owned, made in Minnesota, I think, like all handmade. And they have so many cute patterns and they switch up a lot. So this is one of my favorites. This one is called Night Garden, I think. These wraps retail around 80 to 90 bucks. It kind of varies dependent on the pattern and maybe dependent on the material. These are made also out of tencel and organic cotton. And their wraps say that they're good for babies from 7 to 35 pounds. So a little bit more than the Solly does. So this one is actually a lot stretchier. And these wraps come in 2 lengths. There's a 14 foot or a 16.5 foot. This one is the 14 foot. So I just tie it at the back. I'm actually not gonna put the baby in this one because he's getting a little bit fussy, but exactly the same process. This one has, the fabric is a little bit like softer, and so sometimes I find it maybe doesn't stay in place quite as easily, but also it feels more like easy to put on, maybe just because there's less fabric, and I kind of like that. So I usually use this one when I'm just like trying to really quickly wrap him up, and then I'll use the other one if I want him to be wrapped up for like a really long time. Again, I don't use the wraps as much now because he's just getting a little bit bigger and he seems a bit more secure in like a full-on baby carrier. We have one more wrap to try. I actually haven't tried this one before. This one is the Moby. I just wanted to get this one and try it out because it's a more affordable version that they sell at Target. Immediately I noticed that the cloth itself is 2 times as wide as the other ones and way stretchier. Look at that. The Mobies retail from like $49.99 to $54.99, so they're definitely a cheaper option. They don't have as many cute patterns, not ones that I liked at least. Their website says that they're safe for babies from 8 to 33 pounds. This one is made of 100% cotton, but some of them are like a cotton poly blend. I feel like because this one's quite stretchy, I want to tie it like a little bit tighter. Already, this material is just so much thicker and heavier, and it could just be the style, but for me, I would not want to wear this day to day here in Hawaii. There you go. Okay, so he feels really nice and secure. I actually kind of like the stretchiness, I think, and maybe I kind of like the extra fabric. Do you like this? I think he likes this. Maybe as they get bigger, it's nice to have the kind of like wider, thicker, stretchier fabric, because he does feel like pretty solid and secure in this. It's cheap, it seems durable, there's just not many cute patterns, and all the ones that I've seen seem pretty thick, quite heavy. But we like it, huh? We like it. All right, you're doing great, Zim. Woo! Okay, next we have the baby Katan, which is like a hybrid carrier. It's like a wrap carrier without all the wrappiness. It's got these two big loops connected by a little loop. The sizing works like a t-shirt, so there's like extra small up to XXX or something like that, depending on like your dress size. So you put it on, and then you apparently want to pull the loop in the back down a little bit. And then you've got this kind of crisscross, just like you have with the other baby carriers. Okay, these retail from $59 to $74. There's some that are on sale that are like $29, $39. They don't really have cute patterns, but they do have different colors. And it seems like these are more made for like active things. Like there's different breathable ones, and some of them are 100% cotton and some of them are like nylon and poly blends and spandex and things. So this is how we are. We're actually like pretty secure like this, but then we have this panel that you essentially just use to kind of like add a little security for you and for them, I think. You can wrap it around your back and then tie it underneath their bottom like this, or you can tie it at your back. So honestly, this is pretty nice. It's pretty secure. It's not bad. I like it. It's just, it is another very thick one. And I like all the cute ones. What can I say? But it is nice that this is very quick and easy, and it's giving the wrap vibe, but without the wrap complexities. There are apparently like 5 different carries that you can do with this too. I just don't know them. Side note, with any carrier, you want your baby's legs to be in this M position so that their bottom here is lower than their knees. So it's like knee, butt, knee. Legs, M. That's what's going to be protective for their hips and make sure that they develop well, even if you're wearing them often throughout the day. You never want their legs to be like straight down. Never. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whee! You're doing great. Moving on, we've got ring slings. The thing that I love about a ring sling is that they're very easy to use. Literally, this is it. Put the baby in there. This ring sling is from Wild Bird. These retail from $72. I think they're all 100% linen. Their website just says from newborn to 35 pounds, but I assume that means about 7 pounds. It seems like that's the common denominator on all of the baby carriers. Zimri, when he was born, he was 6 pounds 3. It was a little while until he could comfortably sit in a carrier, because not only do you want the correct leg position, but you also want baby to be able to be like high up enough on your chest, and you want their face to not be covered by anything. But that is what's nice about the ring sling as well as the wraps. You can use them a little bit earlier on like smaller babies than you can usually comfortably use like a structured carrier. So literally that's all you do. You put the baby in, and then you just make sure that the fabric comes like up underneath their butt and behind their knees like that, and then you just pull this tight. So you have to make sure that the ring is far enough back on your shoulder to begin with, that when you pull it down, it lands here and doesn't go on the baby's back. I've really loved my Wild Bird. It's great quality. I love the linen fabric because it is very breathable for hot days, but it's also super sturdy and very secure. The thing with the ring sling is that you don't have as much movement with this arm. because you want the fabric to be down here because it's more supportive and secure, but then you just don't have full range. These are also really easy to nurse in. You just loosen it up, shift their feet over to one side, and it's just a little bit more supportive, and you can pull this up so it also covers a little bit. You just obviously want to make sure that you're checking on them, that airways are good and everything, and then always put them back into an upright position when you're done. So yeah, love a ring sling. This is my most used one. Next up, this ring sling is from Hope and Plum. This is the company that I said I absolutely love because they have a bajillion cool patterns. I think this pattern is called Sunbeam. So the Hope and Plum slings retail from $115 to $155, depending again on like pattern and I think material. Although I think they're all different versions of like hemp and linen blends. Anyways, this is also, it's really lovely. The fabric is a little tighter of a weave. It's like a double layer, which is really nice. I think a little bit hotter for me in warm climates than the linen one, but the fabric is really soft. I like it a lot. Honestly, another great quality one, and I do really like that they have so many different patterns. I do have a discount code with this company. It's at the link in my bio that you will find on my Instagram. But yeah, what I really do love about this company is that it's all like size inclusive, woman owned, made in America stuff, which just makes me happy knowing that you're paying people real wages to make real quality things. Sticking with Hope and Plum, this is their Lark carrier. It's a nice transition between the like ring slings and the structured carriers because as you can see, it's like the most structured carrier that you could ever find, which is what I love about this one. Like this is so nice for just packing up. Like if you want to have a carrier just on hand in your purse or in your car at all times, this is the one. So all of the Hope and Plum products come in like multiple sizes. And then for sizing it for your baby, do you see this? This is the bottom of the carrier. You can either scrunch it for your smaller babies or pull it all the way out for your bigger babies and toddlers. This is for babies from 10 to 45 pounds. So again, a little bit bigger than newborn, but can carry a toddler. These are also made from hemp and organic cotton and come in a bunch of really cute patterns. These are also really, really easy to use. It's literally just a crisscross on the back. They actually do have a place here that you can put a strap across the back if you wanted to do straight like this, or if you wanted to have them on your back and do a back carry, but I can't find that strap right now. So we're gonna do the crisscross. And the other thing I really like about this that I think is genius is for a smaller baby, you simply just pull this strap higher up, right? And then have baby sit more in here, if that makes sense. Have this kind of fold up underneath the baby so that their legs are like poking through. And then for a larger baby, this will be farther down and it'll be more just like they're sitting here and their legs come out. Hi, I need you again. He's still a little bit small, so see I've got this quite high up. The fabric kind of like loops up in front of him here. And then I'm just gonna hold him while I do one strap across and buckle. And then the other strap across and buckle. There you go. And then you've got this little collar at the back that you can fold down. If they're awake and wanting to look around, you can tighten these to make sure that they're really nice and snug. Yeah, so I really love the simplicity of these. I really love how soft and lightweight they are. We will probably take this traveling, but I have a feeling as he gets bigger, this will be one that we go to more and more often, especially when we're just like, dude, we just need hands-free for a second really quick. Hope and Plum. Again, I have a discount code for these bad boys. It is at the link in my bio. You'll find it on Instagram and TikTok. Important to note about this type of carrier that's just like one large panel, you can front carry them like this facing you, and you can also have them on your back, but you can't have them on your front facing forwards. Oh, there you go. That's always a good test of if your baby is like well positioned. You want to be able to kiss them very easily. Okay, I'm gonna take you out though, okay? All right, yeah. This Hope and Plum, I think, is very similar to the Artipoppe. Honestly, Artipoppes have so much hype about them, and I like halfway get it. I get it, but also the prices. Okay, Artipoppes retail anywhere from $390 to $3,800. And I think it's mostly because fabric, like some of their fancy ones have super fancy cashmere, fancy silk things, and they like partner with designers. They're really cute. They're very like luxe. They also have a lot of different patterns. This one is, I think, the Yin Yang Air. This one I think retails like 400 and something. I was gifted this. This is currently our most used carrier. I'm not gonna lie. Something about it is just very comfortable and very easy, but it is very similar to the Hope and Plum Lark. The Lark is a little bit softer, like a little bit less structured. This one has a little bit more structure to it. Like the waistband here, you see that? It's just got some more structure. The way that you adjust for size on this one is there is little snaps in here. So you can unsnap each side of the bottom and make it smaller or bigger. You can also do the one on this where this is hiked a little higher and the baby's butt kind of comes down. But these are safe for babies from 7 to 45 pounds. So again, this one just crisscrosses. I can tell you that these are like a super high quality. They're very comfortable. They're very cute. Do I think that you need to spend $3,800 on a baby carrier? It's totally up to you. Do I think that you even need to spend $300 and something on a baby carrier? Again, up to you. To be honest, if you're gonna use it all the time, then buy a baby carrier that you like and let it be cute and nice. I really like this carrier. This one I think is just made of linen, and so it is like breathable while being sturdy. I think linen is like my favorite fabric for carriers. You can adjust this top panel here so that it goes up, or you can fold it to the inside for when they're newborns, and you can also get like a little hood thing that attaches here to cover them up in the sun or to help them sleep. I'm considering getting that for this just because it does really help him to sleep, and it helps me feel more secure, do more things with them on when he has that hood holding his head. So yeah, this is the Artipoppe. I don't know what it is that they put in their carriers to make them feel so nice, but it feels like a really nice cross between the less structured and then the like Ergo babies, the Tula, the other ones that I'm gonna try next. It just feels like a nice sort of like easygoing in between. We like it, don't we? Yeah. Okay, next up, we have quite a similar one actually. This is the Wild Bird Aerial, I think it's called. And this is actually very similar to the Artipoppe, but it has some unique differences. For instance, the waistband goes around and then like through this loop and then back and buckles. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I've only used this one once just to try it out. I think this is honestly just to make it feel very secure. There we go. The cushioning is quite nice, and it's got like a breathable mesh situation. Oh yeah, and then it does also have the adjustable bottom for like baby's size, so you can adjust this depending on how big your baby is. These retail from $178 to $228. Like it could go either side of that, but I know that there's ones at those price points. And this is again for like 7 to 45 pounds. This one particularly is linen. They have other ones that are like all kinds of different materials. They have 2 different sizes. They're also quite size inclusive. The shoulders on this one are quite wide and padded, which I think just depends. Like if you're wearing for a long time, you might like a really wide padded shoulder. I think that's partly why I like the Artipoppe, because it's not as wide and padded, but these are really soft and cushy. It's got a mesh thingy there. It's got a lot of like little features that I don't quite understand, but that are nice. Like I think everything like tucks away nicely. So this one also has a little zone to put a strap, so you can either wear it like this with a back strap between the straps, or you can have baby on your back and use it as a chest strap across the front, which is nice. And that's again something that the Artipoppe doesn't have. Maybe you can get it for the Artipoppe, but it doesn't come with it. So for now, we're just gonna do the crisscross. So this is definitely made to hammock baby, because the waist panel definitely comes up and then the fabric starts like halfway down the waist panel, which is actually kind of nice, honestly. Now that I'm wearing it in comparison to some of the other ones, this is actually pretty comfortable. Oh, you're getting a bit over it now? Yeah, I feel that. This is a nice little feature to hold the head, but I don't see a zone here for putting like a hood. All right, so we like this one. It is similar to Artipoppe, a little bit more structured. Okay, buddy, we'll get you down. We'll get you down. And finally, we have the Ergo baby and the baby Tula. These are the most structured carriers. These are the most variable carriers. Like you can wear them facing forward. You can use these up to like quite heavy weights, I think. Let's start with the Ergo. This is the very same Ergo that we used for Kenza for our first. I got it out of the closet. It's all musty. I have to admit, I didn't love our Ergo. We used it, of course, but I felt uncomfortable in it, and maybe I just wasn't used to baby wearing. I don't know. We actually got this secondhand off Marketplace. I think this is the 360 cool with mesh. You see it's got a big mesh panel here, which is really nice in warmer climates. The Ergo is actually one of the cheaper carriers too. They retail anywhere from $109 to $249. They have a lot of different styles of carrier, but they don't have a lot of different colors and patterns and stuff. They're mostly quite sensible looking. Grays and blacks and things like that. So you can see it's got like a front panel and a back panel. Maybe that's why I didn't like it so much. I just felt like there was a lot on me with the Ergo. Do you want to try it, Zim? Okay, let's try it out. I've got to remind myself, look, ours is used so intensely. Because I used to chew on the straps too. It's just all falling apart. For these structured carriers that have the strap on the back, what you want to do is make sure that the arm straps are quite loose. And then we're gonna get our precious item. I don't know if this will fit him nicely because the last time we used this was for Kenza as a toddler. So yeah, it looks like it's definitely not programmed for a tiny baby right now. So while they're very loose, you don't want to be a part of it anymore. He said no. He said no, actually. Never mind. Here, you play with that. We're gonna just pretend this is you, okay? Yeah. All right, so you get your baby, you get your straps. While the straps are like quite loose, you do the back strap like that. And then you pull these tight and snug. And same thing, you want the butt low and then you want the head, ideally, obviously if it's not a teddy bear, poking up through the top. What is nice about these is that they have these buttons here. You can kind of like adjust for baby size, or you can adjust it for forward facing. So if you're gonna be forward facing, then you put the buttons in here, like this. And then it just makes like a narrower leg hole so that your baby's not like in full splits, so they can be forward facing and their legs coming through there. What I do really like about this is that there's a little hood that zips away in here. And then that comes up and snaps. And I like that you can just fold it away up into here. Hi, that's a teddy bear.
Oh, why do you have a teddy bear?
You used to go in this when you were little. Should we put you in it now? The Ergo says that they can go from 7 to 45 pounds again. I think they have different styles that can go maybe even heavier for like larger toddlers. Average weight for a 3-year-old is up to like 38 pounds. So all of these structured carriers that we've tried can actually hold toddlers up to probably like 4 years old, which is great if your toddler wants to be in a carrier. Material wise on these, I didn't notice any that were like all natural materials. These are meant to be like industrial. They're mostly like polyester blends and things like that, but there's so many different varieties and different styles, I just didn't look at them all. Anyways, that's an Ergo. I think I just didn't like it. It didn't feel as comfortable for me. It didn't feel as nice on my back. I've heard other people say that too. Like my sister always used Ergos and she just always had problems with her back. They do have nice features. Like it's nice that you can button this little thing up or down on their head. It's nice that their thing zips away. They're the cheaper of the like decent baby carriers, which is great. I don't want to badmouth them. I just didn't personally love it. And then we come to the baby Tula. I actually really love this carrier. So a key difference here between the Tula and the Ergo, the bottom part, like where the baby's butt goes, doesn't like change sizes. This stays the same. The Tula has a really nice little adjustable strap bit with snaps again, so you can make it smaller for smaller babies, bigger for bigger babies. Great, love that. Oh, these all have nice safety loops and things. I just haven't been using them because I'm just going fast. So the Tula is probably like our second most used carrier at the moment as he's getting bigger, and as I'm wanting to do more things and be more active like in the garden or on hikes or whatever else. I really like this one because it holds him very securely and it also holds me very securely, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is the Tula Explorer. They also have a couple of other designs that are more like the less structured carriers that we tried earlier. But it's called the Explorer because I think it's just the most like versatile. It has this thing that comes up over the head. You just can unsnap it here so you can take the hood off altogether, but it doesn't have a nice little tuck away feature, which is a bummer. And then once again, you can change these buttons for forward facing, so you can move both of these to the inside, and then it gives a nice leg hole space there for the legs to come forward facing. It's also got the little back strap. So the Tula retails anywhere from $149 to $799 for the Tula Explorer. It's another one of those that they're constantly getting new designs, having like guest designers design things for them. They have all different materials. I think this one is 100% cotton, and they have others that are like wool or silk or things like that. I think this one was called like a seersucker stripe. It's not available anymore, but probably will come back around. They have so many different designs. It's insane. I really like these carriers actually. Same as all the others, good for babies from 7 pounds to 45. Oh, you know what's also nice is it's got a little pocket here, which I don't know why they don't literally all have, because it's sometimes really annoying to like carry a bag or even to access pockets when you're wearing one of these. So yeah, I do also have a discount code for these bad boys, which is also in the link in my TikTok and Instagram bio. If it feels overwhelming, like these are all really expensive and it's a lot, for one, you can find like the Tula, Artipoppes, Ergos, honestly, so many different baby carriers being resold on like Facebook Marketplace for really, really good prices, because people use them for a little while and then once you don't need them, you don't need them anymore. So go look for secondhand if it feels like these are a lot, because I totally get it. However, also, I will encourage you, this is like the best and most essential piece of baby gear that you can buy. This should be top of your list, is like a good baby carrier, because fact of the matter is a lot of babies just want to be held and you can't physically hold a baby all the time. You've just got to get life done sometimes. And so even if you don't think that you're going to be like a baby wearing mom that's like constantly wearing a baby, I'm not either. I like to have my own space, but it's just really invaluable. So having a good one that's comfortable and comfortable on your body makes a big difference, because especially in early days of baby having, you can feel a little like out of sorts and not yourself. And honestly, sometimes wearing my baby in the cute baby carrier feels nicer to me than having a super cute outfit on and being all done, because half my clothes don't fit anyway. But like, I feel all nice and cute when I'm carrying my baby in my cute little carriers, if that makes sense. And I think that is really worth something. If you made it through this whole video, thank you so much. And of course, 11 carriers is way too many for any one person to have. So I will be giving a few away. This Wild Bird, this Hope and Plum ring sling, and the Moby wrap. If you or anybody that you know would like a baby carrier, make sure that you're following my YouTube here and my Instagram, because I'll announce it over there on my Instagram, which is @EbbyMoyer, and comment below which carrier you like the best. I'll be giving some away. We'll have this close in 2 weeks from today, maybe, just to give it enough time. And then I'll pick 3 winners at random. You'll get these and a little goodie from me. Oh my gosh, it's so dark.